Another video for you with new stories about Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia. First new story is about a speech delivered by Timnit Gebru. Timnit Gebru is a computer scientist who is American, but she is originally from Ethiopia. She was born and raised in Ethiopia. She is from Eritrean descent, but then she traveled to the US. And she has delivered a speech. A few days ago, Time magazine published a list of 100 most influential persons in the world, and Timnit Gebru was one of the 100 persons. What did she say in California? She spoke about Tigray genocide there. Second story is about ongoing drought in the Horn of Africa. Somalia's newly elected President Hassan Sheikh today made a call for help to international community. We have a video clip for you. What did he say? Countries are conducting naval exercises in the Red Sea these days. Eritrea, which borders Red Sea, is not part of these naval maneuvers. Though when this forum was established, Red Sea Forum, Red Sea Council in 2020, Eritrea was part of this alliance, but in the ongoing naval maneuvers, Eritrea has not been included. Why is that? Firstly, viewers, Timnit Gebru is a computer scientist originally from Ethiopia. She was born and raised in Ethiopia. Then she went to the US. There she sought asylum. She studied there, and now she is one of the most well-known computer scientists in the field of ethics related to artificial intelligence. She worked for the Google as well, but then she developed some disagreements there. She quit. And a few days ago, a list of the 100 most influential persons was published by Time magazine, and Timnit Gebru was included on the list. She just a short while ago spoke at UC Berkeley School of Information in California. There she mentioned Tigray genocide in her speech. I have a clip for you. Firstly, she said that the world is interconnected. What's happening in Ethiopia, in Eritrea, in Somalia, it is bound to have its impact on the rest of the world. Secondly, she said that genocide was being committed in Ethiopia of Tigrayans. She compared the casualties, the killings in Tigray conflict and the deaths caused by Russia-Ukraine conflict. And she shared her personal account that she has been a victim of harassment since she started speaking out against genocide in Tigray, in Ethiopia against Tigrayans. She is now international voice because she is being heard, she is being watched. Take a listen to what she said about the conflict in Ethiopia, then next news story.
There is a civil war accompanied by a genocide. It's an estimated 500,000 people have perished in the last 18 months in the northern state of Tigray. 7 million people are under siege. No food, no medicine, no internet, this whole entire time. Tens of thousands of Eritrean refugees are unaccounted for. The Washington Post writes, the world's deadliest war isn't in Ukraine, but in Ethiopia. So David Volodsko writes in The Nation, if we compare the situation in Tigray to other ongoing armed conflicts, the numbers are startling. Looking at civilian deaths, for example, the war in Ukraine has resulted in less than 3,000 Ukrainian deaths, according to the UN Human Rights Office, while Tigray has seen upwards of 500,000, as per estimates by Ghent University. However, how many of you have seen it in the news? Show of hands. Like 3. How many of you have seen people changing their profile pictures to stand in solidarity with Tigrayans? Let's not forget that we are all so intimately connected. What happens over there will come to our door one way or another. When I started speaking up about a genocide in Tigray, calling it a genocide, I got incessantly attacked and harassed online. But that was not the most difficult part for me. The most difficult part was seeing the silence, minimization, denial, and false equivalency by many Ethiopian and Eritrean intellectuals. Intellectuals, you would hope, would loudly condemn this in a united voice. It became really hard for me to speak to some of my own relatives or even longtime friends. It took me a long time to wrap my head around what's going on. I'm still extremely disturbed seeing genocide denial in action.
Secondly, viewers, newly elected president of Somalia is calling for help. He wants international community to help Somalia. Today, he released a video message. He says that there is ongoing drought in the Horn of Africa. Somalia, Kenya, and Ethiopia are in the grip of this drought. But in Somalia, there is famine as well. He promised to international community that Somalia will try its best, that this is the last famine and drought in Somalia, and Somalia will try its best to overcome the situation, and for this purpose Somalia needs the support of international partners. Yes, there is ongoing drought in the Horn of Africa, and the countries Somalia, Kenya, and Ethiopia are in dire need of the assistance, the help of the world. Take a listen to what he said, then last news story.
I just want to say a few words to the international community. The international community who has been standing with Somalia for the last 3 decades, now again is another time. We hope and we are willing and we commit that maybe this might be the last time. If not the last, it will be the biggest one like this will not happen in the future. We will work on that. Famine is in Somalia. Our neighbors, droughts are there, but famine is not there because of capacity, fragility of the state institutions at national and local level. We will strengthen those institutions. We will reconcile among us. We will make priority number one our security. But in the meantime, this is an emergency situation. We appeal to the international community at all levels to stand with Somalia this time again. We need your support, and we are very much grateful for the past supporters that you have been standing with Somalia for full time. All of them, all of you, we request you this time to boldly stand with Somalia and save.
Lastly, was very important news story is about ongoing naval maneuvers, military maneuvers in the Red Sea. Saudi Arabia is leading these maneuvers. Eritrea is not part of the military exercise. Why? Because all the countries which border Red Sea are part of these naval exercises. In 2020, Saudi Arabia announced the formation of an alliance of the countries bordering Red Sea. The alliance was formed to enhance security in the Red Sea. It was named Red Sea Council. The countries which were members of this council were Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Sudan, Djibouti, Yemen, Somalia, Jordan, and Eritrea. 8 countries agreed to enhance security, to collaborate for enhancement of security in the Red Sea. But the ongoing maneuvers, military maneuvers, have excluded Eritrea. Eritrea and Israel, 2 countries which border Red Sea, are not part of these ongoing military maneuvers. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Sudan, Djibouti, Yemen, Somalia, Jordan, their militaries, their navies are participating in these maneuvers named Red Wave 5. The maneuver started on the 29th of May and will come to an end on the 2nd of June. Now, question viewers is, if Eritrea is part of Red Sea Council announced in 2020, why isn't Eritrea part of the ongoing military maneuvers? It means that Eritrea could be pursuing the establishment of some other forum. That is why perhaps Eritrea does not want to be part of this council, this forum, this body. It seems. No official word from Eritrea so far, but it seems. We know that a few days ago we heard that Russia was planning establishment of a naval base or a logistic center in Eritrean waters. And we know that these countries, part of Red Sea Council, are mostly US allies. Saudi Arabia is main US ally. So Russia could be planning some parallel body to enhance security in the Red Sea. If it happens, Eritrea would like to be part of Russian camp, not Saudi Arabian camp backed by the US. I think that could be one of the reasons behind exclusion of Eritrea from the ongoing military maneuvers. Otherwise, if all 7 countries are participating, Eritrea should have been there as well. If it means that Eritrea wants to be part of some other body related to the security in the Red Sea. Thank you for watching.